Episode 2. The Countess took Junhee and his mother home safely. Meanwhile, So-mun had a meal with his friends, Ung-min and Ju-yeon, and was surprised to realize they were dating. The Countess captured a doctor possessed by an evil spirit, along with his accomplices. After sending the spirit to Young, they handed the criminals over to the police. To hide his identity as a counter, Gamo Tak fabricated a story claiming he had coincidentally encountered the doctor and his gang on his way to the restroom. His colleagues found his excuse suspicious. Later, he proudly demonstrated his telekinesis ability to the Countess, but it was inconsistent. Na Jaek-bong, a cattle farmer obsessed with cows, longed for love. On a blind date with Su-min, he disgusted her by talking about cow dung. She left, but accidentally forgot her phone. In his rush to return it, he ran into traffic and got into an accident while trying to save her. Gamo Tak witnessed his selflessness and reported him to Hwang, believing he was suited to be a counter. Still in a coma, Na Jaek-bong struggled with the idea, thinking it was just a job. Hwang explained, and after some hesitation, he accepted. Meanwhile, Minji attended Park Sang-guk's trial, recalling how cruelly he and Lee Chung-jae had treated her when she begged them to spare her husband, Majusok. The court's ruling was unfair. Park Sang-guk got only 2 years in prison, with 3 years of probation. To avoid reporters, Park Sang-guk hired a decoy, but his escape failed when his elevator suddenly stopped. As the doors opened, Hwang Pil-Gwang and his gang appeared, demanding money and using their powers to beat him. By sheer misfortune, Minji walked into the scene and was injured. During a protest, a man tried to set himself on fire, but Majusok saved him. Moments later, he learned Minji was in critical condition. Soon after, she and their unborn child passed away. Consumed by grief and rage, he swore vengeance. So-mun, who had also lost his loved ones, understood his pain and found comfort in Hwang's words. Hwang Pil-Gwang's gang hid in a hotel, using Kelly's powers to manipulate the staff for free accommodations. After injuring Park Sang-guk, they extorted 120 billion won from Baekdu dynasty. They then discovered Young's territory and realized the counters were in Korea. Meanwhile, despite objections, Na Jaek-bong was officially appointed as a counter. Gamo Tak introduced him to the counters, but Do-hana remained distant. The team took a group photo, promising survival. Majusok shut himself in his room, haunted by Minji's death. His mother worried as he withdrew further into his guilt. Meanwhile, Hwang, a member of Hwang Pil-Gwang's gang, was tormenting a man when he spotted Young's territory. At the noodle shop, the Countess trained Na Jaek-bong, but he struggled immensely. Both Do-hana and So-mun doubted his abilities. Do-hana sensed Hwang and realized he could see Young's territory. The Countess rushed to an apartment complex tied to Baekdu dynasty's scams. Chu Menok met a victim and learned Hwang had healing abilities. He repeatedly broke and healed the victim's leg. Do-hana confronted Hwang, reading his memories and discovering he had murdered Mrs. So, a Chinese counter with healing powers. A fierce battle broke out between Hwang, Do-hana, and Gamo Tak. Hwang proved too powerful, seriously injuring them. Just as they were about to lose, So-mun arrived and used his telekinesis to fight. Gamo Tak fell, but So-mun saved him. Hwang escaped, while Hwang Pil-Gwang and Kelly watched from the shadows, analyzing the counters. At the noodle shop, the counters discussed Hwang Pil-Gwang's gang, confirming their strength and presence in Korea. Do-hana read Hwang's memories and saw Minji pleading in the elevator. Yet, the news had falsely claimed Park Sang-guk was her murderer. The Countess visited him at the hospital. Duhana read his memories and learned Hwang Pil-Gwang had forced him to hold the knife using telekinesis, framing him for Minji's murder. With this revelation, the Countess uncovered the full truth. Hwang Pil-Gwang's gang was the mastermind behind everything. They vowed to take them down. Meanwhile, Hwang Pil-Gwang's gang realized Jung's territory allowed the Countess to track them. To avoid detection, they decided to stay away. Despite their caution, they came to a shocking realization. So-mun was stronger than Hwang Pil-Gwang